You're watching WMAR 2 News.
I'm Megan Knight with your WMAR 2 News update. The victims of the deadly shooting in Severn have now been identified. Police say a basketball game was going on Tuesday night near Mead Village Road when gunshots rang out. 23-year-old Derek McDonald of Severn and 28-year-old Matt Galloway of Glen Burnie were both killed. 2 others were hurt. Police say multiple weapons were involved, though they have not announced any arrests. And still no arrest in the deadly shooting of a student in Baltimore County. The 16-year-old was shot on Tuesday outside of a store on Hollands Ferry Road, not too far from Lansdowne High School. Police say the gunman chased the teen while shooting at him. They have questioned several people and are now reviewing surveillance video from near the scene. Some tipped workers in Maryland are joining forces with labor advocates to remove taxes on tips and also increase the state's minimum wage. There's a bill in the General Assembly that would bump the minimum wage up to $20 an hour by the year 2028. Right now it's at $15. The bill would also require employers with tip workers to pay them that minimum wage by that time, while also ending the tip credit. Now, some workers argue if this happens, they would actually make less than what they're making now. The 2 sides showed up to Annapolis yesterday to share their thoughts.
All of the workers you've seen have come from the same 4 restaurants in every hearing for the last 3 years. And it is because in those restaurants, franchise operators hold captive audience meetings with their workers. They tell them your tips are going to go away if we have to raise your wages.
Our employers are paying us because they believe that they feel strongly about us making sure that we fight for what we deserve, which is to continue to earn a decent living.
If the bill passes to raise the minimum wage to $20 an hour, it would then have to be put on the ballot for voters to decide. There's a job fair happening today in Baltimore County. 15 departments are hiring for a variety of positions, including police, Board of Elections, DPW, and Rec and Parks. This goes from 10 until 2 at the startup at the Armory on Washington Avenue in Towson. The speed cameras on the JFX in Baltimore, they're moving. One will now be northbound at Smith Avenue. The other will be southbound on West North Avenue. Those cameras go live on March 24th. There will be a 15-day grace period, but after that, if you're caught speeding, you'll get a $40 ticket. And the city has announced 24-hour parking enforcement will begin soon. Mayor Brandon Scott says he believes this will improve parking compliance. That's set to start on Monday, March 10th.
It's going to be pretty gusty out there throughout the day. Wind gusts anywhere from 40 to 55 miles per hour, so that's pretty intense. This means that the winds are strong enough to knock down your trash cans, to knock down some tree limbs, to create isolated power outages. So this is why a really good chunk of Maryland under these wind advisories throughout the day and into later tonight. So just be mindful of this. Keep both hands on the steering wheel as well. Taking a look at your Friday, breezy winds will follow, but winds won't be as gusty tomorrow. So we start to deal with some improvements in the wind department. Temps stay pretty much seasonal in the 50s throughout Sunday, and then we're back in the 60s and close to 70 degrees as we head into the middle of next week. Megan?
Wow, look at that 72 on that 7-day. Thank you, Stevie. You'll find the latest on the top stories of the day by going to WMAR2news.com. And for your news and weather while you're on the go, download our app. Thanks for watching. I'm Megan Knight.